Hey everyone, now that Bloons TD Battles Steam has been out for a few days already, I figured we should see what the Steam community as a whole has to say about it. And for that we'll go to none other than the good old game reviews. As you can see, most of the reviews are positive, which is a good thing, but if I spent the whole video reading all the positive comments, that would be pretty boring, wouldn't you think? So instead I'll be reading all the negative comments to see why they've been turned off from the game. I think that would make for some interesting stuff. So first one, this guy gives a thumbs down yet rates the game 9 out of 10. I bet he works for IGN or something. I guess the fact that none of the monkeys are female, hot or sexy automatically makes it a turn off for him, because what's the point of a game if you can't fap to it? He's got a point, so can't argue with him there. Moving on, I noticed a lot of negative comments regarding hackers in this game, which is weird because I hardly run into them myself, even when I was starting on a new account. This guy says his first game ever played was against a hacker. I'm guessing based on his time played that he didn't even bother to continue playing after and quit based on the assumption that the game is riddled with hackers left, right and center. Unless you're in the hacker pool, that certainly isn't the case, and unless Ninja Kiwi is out to get you, then you sure as hell can't be in the hacker pool before you even play the game. Actually, you take that back. I think I heard somewhere that you can get flagged by simply having hacking apps on your phone, but I'm not 100% certain on the legitimacy of that. Regardless, if he was in the hacker pool within the first game, I think they should have a surefire way to know that, because right now the only way you can tell is if the leaderboards say no data found, and that ain't obvious enough for new players. I've already talked to Ninja Kiwi about this, so hopefully they go forward with this change. Anyways, I also noticed a somewhat common trend of people not giving the game a chance, and if the first game is glitched up for them for whatever reason, then it's all over. Or even after doing the tutorial. I mean, I understand if you quit after game 1 simply because it's not your taste, but it's not like every game is going to be glitched up, lag, or have a hacker. And then we got people whose reviews don't even make any sense. Refund, you say? It's a free-to-play game, my friend. Unless you were just saying that in jest. And as for these specific reviews, I don't even know anymore. This guy seems to think MOABs and BFBs are impossible to beat, LOL. Can't wait to see how he'll react when someone sends a green blimp. But by far the biggest outcry amongst these negative reviews are the ones saying the game is pay to win. Seriously, scroll through the negative comments and that's pretty much what everyone is talking about. Pay to win, pay to win, pay to win. Now let's see the reasons for it. If you have no intention of spending money, then you will never win against someone who does. 100% false. While you may be at a disadvantage if you only have the beginner towers versus someone who has unlocked everything, it is definitely not impossible to win, you just have to know how to rush properly. But I don't think this is the main point here, because exactly where is the line drawn between the advantage someone gets from in-app purchases versus a game becoming pay to win? Let's face it, if two newbie players played against each other, but one had all the upgrades unlocked, they'd have a huge advantage, but that wouldn't result in an automatic win if he doesn't do anything with that advantage. Here's another negative review that an alarming amount of people seem to agree on. Right off the bat, I have some things to point out. Massive grind, I would hardly call it that. The thing is, you don't even need half of the tier 3 or 4 upgrades to be on an equal footing with your opponent. Just get the stuff you need and you're good to go. Legit, all you need to do is play regularly for a few days to a week and you'll get enough medallions just from playing normally, no purchases required. But of course it depends on how much you win, since in this game you get 0 medallions for losing, and I think that's where the problem lies. I'm going to bet the person who posted this isn't very good at the game, which is why they're complaining that it's less about skill and more about who pays the most. Back to what I was saying earlier, People who are bad at the game are going to get shafted hard because they will earn a fraction of the medallions good players will end up accruing per game played. And if you are going to be an idiot and wager all your medallions in Battle Arena even though you are not very good, well, that's kind of your fault, don't you think? You're not in a position to say running out of medallions ruins the game when you're the reason for losing them all. Now it's time to see what you guys think. Is Bloons TD Battles really ruined by hackers and its quote-unquote pay-to-win model, or are all these negative reviewers' logic just flawed? Keep in mind again that despite the fact I only showed the negative reviews, a majority of the reviews were positive, so it's just a minority that has been turned off from the large, but that minority is large enough to make this an interesting topic to discuss. If you'd like to see more of this, then make sure to drop a like, and have a negative day.